Notification. Welcome to Beyond Sight, a channel geared towards espiritismo, spiritual development, guidance, and inspirations. And my name is Sandra, your host. Hello. Before we begin, I want to remind you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not tired after all of that, you can share my video in hopes of more viewers can receive this message. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. On with our topic today. I want to do a mini activity. I want you to just point at yourself. Yes. Go ahead. Do it. Do it now. Just point at yourself. Okay. Now, where are you pointing at? Are you pointing at your head? No, I'm sure, I'm 100% that you're pointing at your heart, right? What this all means is that we're not our thoughts, you know. Your thoughts doesn't make who you are. Thoughts are ego um, trying to keep you down, ego lying to you. It could also be thoughts of other people that have implanted these theories of who you are. No, and you're none of the above. Okay? Um we are divinely made, you know. Spirit, which is love, which resides in our hearts, you know. Perfectly made. There's a saying that your thoughts are the lawyer or advocate to the devil. Yeah, which is a liar, a screwer, a conniver, etc. You know, and um, and the divine, you know, lives in our heart. He is love. So let's think about that for a little bit. You know, for those that believe that because someone, whether in preschool or yesterday, told you, you know, or you're not handsome, or you're not strong enough, or you're fat, you're not pretty. Those are thoughts that you allow to be implanted within you, your aura. And when we learn how to not accept those thoughts and believe that we are divinely made, I don't care what shape, color, creed, religion, uh, um, education, you know, how much money you have in your pocket or the bank, you know, none of that matters, you know. So let's work on that, you know. And for those that are working in the spiritual self, this is very important, you know. This is one of the keys. So I leave you with that. And our story today is about a little boy in elementary school. He's going to a brand new school with a brand new teacher. And he gets to this class, and all the students are coming in. And um, he sits in the front row. Teacher walks in, all happy and welcoming all the students, and says to them how wonderful and uh, great everyone is, and that she loved each and every one of them. Which that was kind of a lie, right? Because she kept looking at this boy that we'll name him Billy, okay? She kept staring at Billy, which Billy was a little bit off from the rest of the children. He was withdrawn. He seemed a bit depressed. He was wearing old, unwashed clothes. He seemed like he hasn't seen a bath for a long time, and she found that strange. But okay, so she went on giving her class, da da da, and she noticed that Billy wasn't really participating in the classes or doing the work, and he would be constantly picked on by the rest of the students. They would call him outside his name, and that made Billy even more sad and more withdrawn. As time went by, every time she would ask the students to hand in their homework, um, she would leave Billy's for last because she knew that Billy didn't do his work. So she would put a big X in red and a big F on Billy's paper and hand him back these papers. And this continued on for a while. And Billy seemed to get more and more depressed. Now he really wasn't participating. He would come into class and he would just put his head down on the table and go to sleep. It was about Christmas break, and all the children in the class brought in a Christmas gift for the teacher, and Billy did also. He brought in a gift for the teacher, and they put it all on. Everyone put it on her desk, and everybody's gift was shiny with bows and very well boxed in, and it was very Christmassy, right? So Billy's gift was wrapped up in a paper bag with some scotch tape and not wrapped too good. Right? So everyone made fun of his gift and told him how silly and disgusting and etc. that he was. So the teacher quieted him down, everybody down, and began to open her gifts and thanking the children. She got to Billy's gift, and the children started taunting him again. She quieted them down, and she opened up the gift, and she pulls out a bracelet. This bracelet had rhinestones on it, but it seemed to be like a couple of the rhinestones were missing. And she pulled out a bottle of perfume, and that bottle was halfway full. Seemed like someone used it, right? So everybody made a big joke out of that, da, da, da. And she quieted the children down again, and she thanked um, Billy. And she really didn't want to do it, but she put on the bracelet, and she dabbed a little bit of the perfume on her wrist, and she thanked Billy again. So it was time to go home, and Billy tried to stay behind all the children. As everyone was gone, he approached the teacher's desk and he told her, "Oh, you smell just like my mother. Thank you so much." And he smiled at her and he walked out. So as the teacher was doing the reports, she was asking around to the other teachers, for information about Billy because she couldn't figure him out. And they had mentioned to her that his mother had passed. She was previously very sick, and she recently had passed. And she felt bad, because she kind of um screwed him out, um, you know, from the rest of the children. But okay, so when the Christmas break was done, children came back. Um, Billy was kind of still depressed, but he had more oomph to him. He was paying attention. He was really trying to interact and doing his work. So the teacher asked again the other teachers how Billy was doing with their classes, and they answered he's doing very well. He's very polite. He's respectful. He's interactive, and he's doing what he has to do. So she was like, "Oh, I can't figure this child out." Okay, so years went by, and it was time for Billy to go to another school. Teacher went to another school also. She was getting old and frail, so she was about to retire. Anyway, so uh, Billy went on to high school at this point, and he hasn't seen his teacher for a while. So he wrote her. One day, she opens the door and she found a letter uh, from Billy, and Billy wrote to her, "Oh, thank you so much. You are the greatest teacher, you know, and I thank you so much." And she was like, "I really wasn't all that great to him, but okay." He also put in his in the letter that he graduated from high school. So she was surprised, So 4 years went by, and another letter came in, and from Billy. "Thank you so much. You're still the greatest teacher in the world, and I thank you so much. And I'm going to college." And she was so amazed, you know. This is a child that was not doing well in school and not interacting. She didn't see any hope for him. But here he is in college. 4 years more went by, and he wrote her a letter, and he said, "You are still the greatest teacher in the world, and I love you so much, and thank you. Um, I graduated from college, and I have my PhD. I'm a PhD, MD. I'm a doctor, and I'm about to get married. Um, my father recently passed, and I would love for you to take his seat at the chapel. So she willingly went, and she sat in the place where the father or the mother is supposed to be, and he was so elated. And he looked at her, and he saw that she had on this bracelet with missing rhinestones, and smelled just like his mother. And he said, "Thank you so much. You're the greatest teacher in the world, and thank you for wearing my mother's bracelet." Um, and she looked at him and she said, no, I'm not the greatest teacher in the world. That's why I stopped teaching arithmetic, uh, science, etc. You know, and he says, "No, no, no." She says to him, "No, I came to a conclusion to stop teaching in that way and teach children. You know, meaning to really look at the child and not just the thing, you know." Um, and they hugged and kissed, and she was so proud of him because he's become a medical doctor, and it was all inspired with the little thought that was removed from his head, you could say, you know. And she walked in purpose, because when she put that perfume on that first time and that bracelet, he had hope. He was inspired, you know. His mother, um which had passed, really moved him. I love that story. I don't do it justice, but yeah, it's a true story that I heard. I hope you got something out of it. Absolutely. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for these messages. Okay, so our mini reading today speaks about um if you do not, there's someone that's not uh, there's someone's path that's not stable. You're not sure which way you're going, or coming, you know. And again, like the story says, only because you are allowing these other people's thoughts to predict who you are, you know. What does it matter, you know? You have to secure yourself in your belief. How do you see yourself, you know? And if you see yourself as a negative or bad man or woman, you know, you need to look at that, you know. and see where that's coming from, because it could be coming from other people's sayings, other people's beliefs, you know, and you need to break it down all the way down and rebuild, you know, rebuild. Letting go to the wind that which does not serve you. You know, for example, you know, um, being anger and bubbling up within myself doesn't serve me. It just makes me more sick and more angry, right? Meantime, that person or that position or that way of living that you want is still out there shining in the light, and we're sitting home bubbling and like a teapot, right? Ready to explode. Excuse me. Yes, we need to we need to free. We, you know, there's a lot of us that even myself, you know, I could put myself in there. I don't have a lot of baggage as I did maybe 10 20 years ago, but you know, there's always a little hitch, you know, a little straggler, you know. Now gotta kick them off very quickly. Like I said, from day one, once you start working on self, you will recognize all these defects, and you would face them right then and there, you know, not let them filter, you know. And if you did face them and it did not work, then go around the mountain, you know, go around that mountain. That doesn't work, then stop breaking through the mountain. That doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Stewing and just harboring these idiotic thoughts that are not even your own thoughts.
Sonidos del Mar Yoruba.
You know, just keeps us in our heads, and we gotta get out of our head. You know, we have to transform and and restart. Sometimes the best medicine is to stop and reboot. We're not too different from a computer, you know. We're not, you know, the computer. Um, let's say this is saying in Spanish. I'm gonna translate it in English. You know, a blank piece of paper holds whatever bullshit you write on it, right? But it also could hold all the marvelous and wonderful things. So why would you want to fill that blank piece of paper, you know, with nonsense? You could even draw on it and make it beautiful, you know. So let's start drawing, you know, beautiful sunsets and sunrises, and you know, don't fill up your paper with nonsense. You know,
Soul
but
Source Tarot, the
oh
daily.
my God, I'm not taking none of that out. Sorry. So, spirit, your angels are trying to assist you, and you're blocked because of you got these spider webs still up in your mind. Okay, so until you don't clear that, let's say, attic, of these cobwebs, you can't move in. Spirit cannot move in. And not that your spirit guide or your angel is not there. They are there. They will never leave you. But there's a limit that they could do. Why? Because you have free will. And that free will, you've chosen to stay stuck on stupid, or to motivate yourself and free yourself from that nonsense. I will not allow someone to dictate how I'm going to feel. I'm going to find a way to achieve that fulfills me. you know and if you're not inspired, take me for example. Don't have much eyesight, but I don't allow that to stop me. I don't allow that to dictate who I am. I keep pushing on. you know if I would tell you my whole life story, and I know absolutely it's not unique, but it was not easy, from point A to point B where I'm at. And I love it. I love it. So I hope you got something out of that message. And as I say always, Beyond Sight has an open door policy. So do not feel bad, ashamed to share your story with me, or to reach out. Okay, this is the reason why Beyond Sight is here. It's okay. And you might meet somebody else on the channel that could guide you also, inspire you. So I thank you so much for your attention, your support. And as my motto goes, when you shine your light out into the world, you want it to reach far and wide. Make sure the light at home shines bright and strong. And I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Luz y progreso para ti, tu espíritu. Be blessed and be well, my loves. Until the next time. Smooches. I am your host, Sandra.